Okay, yesterday's numbers. I weighed in at 165.8. I had 89 fat grams, 16 total carbs, 12,301 steps. I ate 100, I need more sleep. 1,179 calories, and I had 7.6 hours of sleep. And let me show you today's weigh-in because I haven't wrote it down yet. I got the devil's number. I almost went in here and ate something to weigh more. Let me tell you. So, I don't like that number. Not because it went up necessarily. Well, I was going to get upset for a second that it went up. And then I saw it was the devil's number and decided I wasn't going to get upset. I wasn't going to let it win. I wasn't going to let that scale be a devil today and make me all upset. I took 2 ibuprofen yesterday. I did over an hour plus workout with weights yesterday. I got steps in. I ate way under calorie than I normally would. This week I've been eating under calorie all week. I did take my total carb a little higher, but it's still under 20 total carbs. You know, I had some peanuts. I tasted that ice cream, but all of that is counted in my carb count, calories, and everything. So sometimes, no matter how much you do here, it's not going to show on the scale. It's why we took my measurements, and I will retake them probably the 5th or the 4th, because this doesn't tell our truth. We can eat this all I want, like do all the numbers properly, and then the scale lies to us about our progress, because you're going to have water weight from building muscles. That's just going to happen. Normally when I do cuts like this, I do not eat any kind of nut at all. I don't eat any kind of fruit, berries at all. I usually would not lift weights at all because the scale number is going to be dumb. But I decided right now we are focusing on what I look like in a bathing suit, the size of clothes I wear, not what the number on the scale says. Remember, the number on the scale doesn't mean you're going to wear smaller clothes. It's the composition of your body that decides if you get to wear smaller clothes. Like when I was a teenager and I weighed 160s, I wore size 22s at about 160 because it was pure fat. Maybe 175, but I was in the 20s. Clothing range, and it was just pure fat. I think the lowest I could get into was some stretchy pants at that time, and they were 18s. But here I am, an adult in the 160s, and I wear a size 7 because I have so much muscle now. And I probably would look way smaller than I do, but I do have some loose skin, and I have loose fat that we still need to get rid of. I'm not denying this body still has fat on it. I'm just saying, remember all this. If you're cutting all your calories, you're cutting all your carbs, you're doing all those kind, and you think you should be going down, but you're lifting weights, you're taking stuff like ibuprofen, Tylenol, other prescription meds, the scale isn't going to show it. But as soon as I get off this ibuprofen, I know the scale is going to have a whoosh again. So I'm not freaking out today. No, not going to let it get me upset. My main meal will be around 2 o'clock today because we are going to the Mexican restaurant. I will order what I've been ordering. I can't film in there because I don't know how to get rid of the music in the videos. And it's really loud music. But I'm probably getting fajitas again on lettuce. I do lettuce and tomato and a tiny bit of sour cream, and then pour a little salsa over it. I can't really track that. That's really hard to track. I'm going to try my best, but usually one day a week. It's usually Thursdays, but it's going to be Friday this week. I just don't track, and I just have that meal. And then I have like keto chow or protein shakes. And for the rest of the day, I just do one meal, just in case that did have about, say, 10 carbs in the salsa. But it really doesn't, because I only use a couple of tablespoons. And it's just lettuce and tomato, and they don't put any sugar on the fajita, like the steak and stuff. So I'm usually pretty safe eating that. Sometimes I will go up in water weight because of the sodium, but it's no big deal because it's water, it's not fat. So I'm going to shut up right now because I'm not even finished doing my makeup. I'm in the dark because I'm trying not to wake him up. So yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so he is still sleeping. I am trying to make a new intro. He's supposed to be doing it for me, and I'm supposed to pick the tiles and the pictures and everything, so I've kind of done it a lot on my own already. Like, I know how to make them. I'm just a perfectionist, and I can spend hours trying to make one. I'm having trouble because I wanted some newer pictures, and I had him take some, and then I looked at them today. He took me in funky positions, moving, talking, my hands going everywhere. There was not one picture that's a picture, you know, where you're standing still, looking at the camera, showing your progress. None of them are pictures, so I can't use any of them because I have a hand like this. I have a hand like this. I'm in the middle of talking. I didn't even know he was taking pictures, and those are the only type of pictures he took. He thinks he's funny. So now I have to get dressed up again. Maybe tomorrow and take some more progress pictures or just go with what I already have. So yeah. So right now I'm trying to look for little tiles, the little where you type in your intro. I found one I liked. It's the one I used before, but it's not working this time for some reason, so I can't use it again. At least it's not letting me. That's what I'm doing this morning. Still haven't got to go in there and finish my makeup. I can do eye makeup in the dark, but I can't do blush or anything like that. Any other makeup, just eye makeup, because I don't know. I can do my eyes easily in the dark, but blush, yeah, I might put it on too big, like spread too far, and it might be too pink, and it's hard to pull it down. And then face powder, it'll get all over my clothes. So it's 11 o'clock. He normally wakes up around 11 or 12. Remember, he's from Hawaii, so his sleep is different, and he switched my sleep so badly. Like, my sleep is so bad. I don't want him to go back. He doesn't want to go back, but he has no choice right now. He's got to go get his stuff and take care of his stuff there. But we're going to have to leave here at 2 a.m. on the 6th so that he would be at the airport on time. So I'm not even trying to fix my sleep right now. I've been going to bed around 2 and 3 a.m. So, yeah, I'm afraid if I try to fix my sleep, I'll be exhausted during those hours driving, and I don't want to be. And then probably around the 11th, I'm headed to Delaware for a couple of days, maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't know. I'll film the whole time I'm there. They might be short videos. The videos might actually make it up faster. It all depends. I don't want to use their internet up, so I'll probably be using my phone's internet, and hopefully I get better internet up there. And we'll just see, right? I was just bored. I need to start watching some videos. So, probably do that right now. I normally don't film at this angle, but I'm starting to get more confidence in what I look like now. Like, I still have a lot of fat on me and weight to lose, but I am trying to be happy with the way I look right now. I mean, he's completely happy with it. He doesn't care. He never cared. He only wanted me to lose weight so I could do more things and be healthy and be stronger and not be crippled when I was old, and I was already crippled. So he met me online, and I was at that time had gotten down to 332 because I had gotten down to 3 and then I gained 32 pounds back. And he met me during that time, and the moment he saw my personality, and I was kind of being a little bitch though. It was a game where people troll, and I was trolling the trolls on mic, and he saw my picture, and it was a fat girl picture, and he didn't care, and he loved my personality and how bossy and trolley I was back, because I can be extremely sassy. You just don't even know. And he decided right then and there I was going to be his, and I didn't have a choice, because I didn't want to date no one. It was the first time in my whole life I had ever been single. Like, from the time I was 16 years old, I belonged to someone, and I wanted to be single. I had only been single for like 4 or 5 months at that time, and I was enjoying it. I was enjoying answering to no one. I didn't have to care about no one's feelings. I could game whenever I wanted, do whatever I wanted. And he was like, no, you're going to fall in love with me, and you don't have a choice. He literally told me that. And my friends always like, run, he's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and I almost listened to them, because everyone who was ever like that with me was crazy. Like, everyone always fell for me before I fell for them, but they actually had a lot of problems. Like, you just don't know. I was a magnet for the bad people, so I was scared at first. And other than he acts a lot like my dad, and I want to strangle him at times, just because they're very obnoxious and loud, and they like to find your buttons and find out what ticks you off and push those buttons 24/7. Now, he does it because he loves my reactions. He loves to see me get all upset. He thinks it's cute and adorable, my upset face. What? But anyways, he turned out to be a really great guy, and I'm glad I didn't listen to the people back then, and I'm totally in love with him, even though he drives me insane. So, and y'all, some people say I boss him around. He bosses me around too. You just don't know. See, I show you everything on cam. Like, I don't hide my personality. I don't hide how I act, or what I believe in, or anything like that. He edits himself a little for cam. He just makes himself more funny. He loves to goof off. He loves to goof off on cam. There are some videos I would love for him to let me have to put on my channel of him from years ago, like dressing up in like an old lady and going to a park and acting stupid and filming it, and he did all kind of crazy stuff like that. And I think it's hysterical. Would I be uncomfortable with him doing it around me? It's just because I'm so uptight. But I do think it's funny, and my kid almost pees herself. And my kid and him together are bad influences on each other. Y'all just don't even know. They dare each other to do stupid, retarded stuff. Literally. Like, my kid has lit a friggin' candle because she thought it smelled so amazing. And he didn't try to stop her. I think he kind of influenced her to do it. And it was an old dirty candle on top of it. Like, they do some stupid stuff. You just don't know. But, yeah. So, that's my life right now. It's kind of like a circus zoo. And, any YouTubers that watch me and make money from YouTube, did y'all have to pay the $508, or did I get, like, have to do it because, I went to an H&R Block? Like, they consider it, like, if you were doing gig work and stuff, but I'm still so confused about that, because I literally, my whole income was so little for the whole entire year. I mostly lived on credit cards, and I still had to pay that. It was the weirdest thing. Weird. But anyways, I'm gonna go right now, try to find some towels for this intro. And yes, I'm changing the music. Some of y'all wanted me to change the music. I can't please everyone with the music. I'm trying to please myself too, because he doesn't ever like the music I pick out. And some of y'all don't like music. This one isn't as country and isn't as loud. I almost went with a louder one, but I think I'm going with this more softer one, but I don't want it too soft, because then he says I put people to sleep before they even start watching my video. Why does intros have to be stressful? And I want an intro because I want people to be able to see the before and afters and the foods I ate that is not scary, because everyone always thinks the food you eat on keto is scary and dangerous. No, I put non-scary foods in it. So, okay, I have rambled for 9 whole minutes. So, yeah, I'm going to let Joe go right now. Let's see if he's awake so I can finish my makeup.
I'll give you 10 seconds at all.
Alright, I totally started eating my dinner at the Mexican restaurant because I was starving my butt off. I had a chop little beef stick 2 beforehand. It was like 3 o'clock. I was dying. So I'm going to insert a picture of it, half eaten. So I think it's pretty low carb. It only has a tiny bit of sauce on it. They don't put sugar in their sauces. So, and I had some lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. 3 different kind of meats. It's got a little piece of steak, a little piece of chicken, and some ground beef in there. So I think I did pretty good. I didn't get hungry after eating it. Usually if it had a lot of sugar, I would get hungry. So you won't be seeing a carb manager tomorrow because it's just impossible for me to track. I have no clue calories, fats, any of that for sure. I might be having keto chow. I don't know. I'll show you if I eat anything else. Right now I'm pretty full. It's after 5 or 6 now. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't even got my steps in, a workout in, nothing. I'm in a lot of pain from yesterday's workout. My head shaking a whole lot. And they never came to fix the heater. So yeah, I think I've decided to get a refrigerator, and not a cheap garbage one either. Like, I was looking at some cheaper ones like the Frigidaire, and I'm scared of Frigidaire after all my experience and some of y'all's experience like catching fire. So I'm just going to use some of my birthday money I didn't use and some other stuff and get me a good refrigerator that actually will hold all my food for a change. That have a new ice maker. It's going to be really a nice one, and later in the future I'll get a fridge. And I always have money in savings for emergency, and I don't want to touch it. So I wasn't asking for any kind of handouts yesterday or anything. If anyone was thinking that's what I was doing, I was just saying, what would you choose? What brand do you like? Because what I'm going to get is kind of expensive, because the cheap normal refrigerator is still $1,000, so I might as well pay a few hundred more and get a better one, and that's what I'm planning on doing. So that's why I decided to use my stimulus check on, because like y'all said, I have my Ninjas, I have grills, I don't need my oven. Even though I miss making stuff in the oven, I don't need it. I can just eat turkey on Thanksgiving. My mom can't stand like me to use the oven to cook turkeys and stuff, so I want to use hers for Thanksgiving. I just miss turkey, so I was wanting the oven. And later in the future, I'll replace my oven and fridge with a nice one. I was just whining because I don't think I made enough last year between my 2 jobs to have to pay $500 for being self-employed. That was all I was doing. I just figured you have to make a lot more than that, because I made money from YouTube, but my main job is a personal assistant. I do errands for people. I don't work for an app or anything. People just pay me cash to do things for them. So that's my main job. I know people said I need to go get a job like Keto Diamond did. Great for her, but I can't be in a mask that long. I freak out. I hate masks. They're insanely stupid. And I start breaking out too really bad. My nose starts running down my face literally after 30 minutes. I'm also only in the store for a very short time. I'm not around people usually. If the store is packed, I can't go in it. I cannot bring the virus home to my family. So I can't have a job where I would be around people all the time. It's not possible. I can't put them in danger like that. Plus I have to be home for my daughter, because what does she do? Homeschooling right now. You know, she's virtual learning. Someone's got to be here with her 24/7. My parents do have doctor's appointments, so they're not always here. Plus, I have severe fibromyalgia and anxiety. What does that mean? It means I never know when I can and can't sleep. I actually had to quit my job. I was a manager of a clothing store, and I had to quit it when my daughter was 2 because of my anxiety and fibromyalgia. It was so out of control that I was going into work every day like a zombie, and it was causing me to throw up all the time between the anxiety and the fibromyalgia. I have gone to doctors for it. I cannot take any of the medications. My post-traumatic stress syndrome was out of control, and they technically still are. doing these videos, I can hold myself together pretty well. On the days I can't, I don't make videos, so no one sees my breakdowns. I've had post-traumatic stress syndrome most of my life, and it gets worse with age, not better for me. And I have tried to get therapy again for it, but nowhere takes my medical, and the one place that did, it's so trashy and dark and scary and had inmates that it triggered a post-traumatic stress episode for me and severe anxiety, panic attack. I couldn't breathe. They had to get me out of the building, and that's the only place that I could get therapy at. So that's not going to happen either. So no, just me going out and getting a job, I can't. I know it sounds easy to y'all, and it makes a lot of sense. Just get off your butt and go. Until you have fibromyalgia and anxiety and not PCOS, but post-traumatic stress syndrome, you'll never understand what it's like for me to have to report somewhere every day and feel trapped and in prison. When I go to a job, one of my conditions is because I was imprisoned. So even at a doctor's appointment, they know they can't shut the door. They know they can't make me stand there very long, because I have panic attacks because I feel trapped and in prison. Because I have 2 post-traumatic stress syndromes. One happened when I was 8 years old, and I still have severe issues from that one. That one's lasted my whole entire life. And another one happened 16 years ago where I literally was imprisoned by someone for almost a year. I don't like talking about it, but that caused me a lot of issues with trying to get a job where I have to be on a schedule, stay in a building. I don't even want to talk about it. It's upsetting me. So I know it's a lot of stuff up here, and there's nothing I can do for it on my own other than lifting some weights, trying to clear my mind, watching what I eat, because I was told keto is really great for this kind of conditions too. So I'm doing what I can, and yes, I know I need therapy, but there's nothing I can do about that. Not if the only therapist that has openings and has had openings for the last 3+ years is one I can't go inside the building with. So there's not much I can do about that. And yes, I check every month to see if there's any new ones, and my insurance checks all the time for me, and there's never been a new opening. It's only with that one clinic will take my insurance, and I can't get different insurance. So it is what it is, and I just survive and get paid what I can doing my jobs. Like, that's why I do, I make a tiny bit off of YouTube, less than $100 a month usually, and then I make enough to pay all my bills for my errand type job I have, and so I scrape by. And usually it's perfectly fine, except with all these things breaking. That is my only problem right now. And then I have you amazing people who send me gifts, and that allows me to have extra things, allows me to have my keto chow, allows me to get little presents that I love to death. And I want to thank all y'all for that. So I wasn't asking, for anyone to give me money, because I don't know who these people were. I deleted their comments. They were really nasty about me, talking about my problems yesterday, and I'm like, I don't even know who y'all are. I think they were trolls. It might even be that one person who keeps making new accounts, but I deleted all those comments. And the one that I went through, you are a subscriber. I'm not talking bad about you. You're totally right. Keto Diamond was able to get a job and make a lot of money, and I am so proud of her and so happy for her. I just wish it was that easy for me too, but unfortunately it's not. Alright, I just got finished making my family a huge salad. When I mean huge, I mean it is gigantic. It will last them 4 or 5 days. They can put in individual things. I just put in a big, giant, old-fashioned salad dish that you would do for big families when you're having like a spaghetti night. At least that's what we used them for as kids, and it's huge. And it had, I shredded carrots, purple cabbage, chopped up tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, cucumber, sliced up radishes, something else and I can't even think of right now. And then I left me and Dino some for tonight. I wasn't going to eat, but after chopping that for the last hour, I made sure we had some for tonight. And then 2 other nights, I made us little individual ones for the next 2 nights. And I'm cooking a pot of green beans over there for my family. So even though I said that was going to be my only meal, I am very hungry. So I'm going to have me a little salad in just a little bit, and I will show you it. Okay, it is 8 p.m. We are having salad. I put some cheese, bacon, ham, and some turkey on here, and this is what we're having for dinner, and I'm starving.